You know, when people talk about losing their sanity, they usually mention things like stress, heartbreak, or maybe the crushing pressure of adult life. But me? No. My villain origin story started with one thing. Piss. Every morning. Without fail. Like it had punched in for a 9 a.m. shift, there it was, piss on the toilet seat. And not a cute little sprinkle you could pretend wasn't real. No. This was a full-blown urine crime scene. A splash pattern so chaotic it could have been analysed on CSI, and every single day. I walked into that bathroom, like a soldier stepping onto a battlefield I never signed up for. The problem? Only two suspects existed, my father and my twin brother. And look, I get it, men have this default setting of acting clueless even when caught with evidence right under their noses. But the amount of denial in this house could have powered a whole nation. At first, I tried diplomacy, calm conversations, rational appeals. I even approached my dad like I was filing a complaint to HR. Dad, it's disgusting. Just aim, please. And like a responsible parent, he turned to my brother with that classic dad glare. My brother's response? The most recycled, overused line in the history of male excuses. It's not me. Sir, there is piss. On the seat. You are a male. Dad is a male. Mom and I are not magically producing off-target pee. The math is not mathing. But the denial was strong. My dad scolded him anyway. And for a moment I thought, finally, justice. But the next day? Boom. Same horror. Same puddle of disrespect. And something inside me snapped not loudly, but quietly, like a vein popping. That's when I started calling his name every time I saw the mess. Loudly, aggressively, with the energy of someone who has suffered for too long. He'd come in annoyed, see the mess and still insist, it's not me. Then when I'd reach for my phone and say, should I call Dad? He'd magically become Mr. Clean. This cycle repeated every morning like it was tradition. But let me tell you the moment everything changed. The day my friend came over. She went to the bathroom, came out, and said in the most apologetic voice ever, there's, pee all over the seat. I have never felt embarrassment punch me in the throat so fast. I wanted to vanish, dissolve, cease existence. That humiliation was the fuel I needed. That was the moment I stepped into my villain arc. If he wouldn't take accountability, I would create accountability. So the operation began. I started cleaning the seat, then sprinkling water back on it so it looked like someone had terrible aim but at least attempted a half wash. Some days, when I felt extra artistic, I added a drop of yellow watercolor. Not too much, just enough to say, someone needs help. Then the magic happened. My dad walked in, saw the evidence, and scolded my brother. His reaction was priceless. He looked confused, violated by the universe, and kept repeating, it's not me. And the funniest part? He genuinely believed it was our dad. This man really thought our father was out here every morning peeing like a malfunctioning garden sprinkler. Men will make up any explanation except admit something is their fault. For a while, things were perfect. Peace. Clean bathrooms. No morning surprise. But of course, good things never last. 3 days ago, I entered the bathroom right after him, and the puddle was real this time. Fresh. Warm. Authentic. A masterpiece of genuine male incompetence. And I said, okay, bet. The same day, his friends came over. Excellent timing. I prepared the evidence, walked into the living room, and dropped the bomb in front of everyone. Bro, why didn't you wipe the seat after you pissed everywhere? It's on the floor too. Aim better. Watching his soul leave his body? Delicious. His panic? Premium? His denial? Oscar-worthy. It's not me. I swear it's not me. It has to be Dad. And I hit him with the most casual, dismissive tone ever. Bro, I literally saw you leave the bathroom. Stop. His friends stared at him like he was some feral creature learning hygiene for the first time. That embarrassment rewired his brain. Later he came to me, genuinely broken, saying, "It had to be Dad. I swear it wasn't me." And I just shrugged. I didn't confirm, didn't deny. I let him drown in the confusion. And since that day, the bathroom has been cleaner than ever. He wipes the seat every time. He double checks, sometimes triple checks. He cleans even when nothing is there. The fear has settled deep into his soul. Mission possibly accomplished. Mission emotionally satisfying. Mission morally questionable. Maybe, but absolutely worth it. After that incident with his friends, you'd think my brother would calm down, reflect on life, maybe even develop a new personality rooted in hygiene and humility. But oh no, this boy entered his post-traumatic bathroom awakening era. Suddenly he was treating the toilet like a fragile museum artifact. Every time he entered the bathroom, you could literally hear him wiping the seat before and after he used it. Sometimes I'd hear the sound of tissues for so long I almost knocked on the door to ask if he needed emotional support. It was hilarious. The fear had fully settled into his DNA. You know when a wild animal touches an electric fence once and then never goes near it again? That was him. He had been psychologically rewired. But here's the funny part, the paranoia didn't stop at the bathroom. Oh no. This man started living like someone was constantly framing him for toilet crimes. Every time he stepped out of the bathroom, he'd check behind him like the FBI was about to burst in with a UV light and say, "We found droplets." Anytime Dad even walked past him, he'd blurt out, "I didn't do anything," like a guilty cartoon character. The drama was delicious. And me? Oh, I stayed silent, calm, innocent, angelic. I just went about my life watching my masterpiece unravel. A few days after the friend incident, I noticed he was suddenly avoiding using the main bathroom altogether. I'd catch him waiting awkwardly in the hallway until Dad came out of the second bathroom so he could sneak in there. "Sir, it is not that serious." But apparently, his brain now believed every toilet in the house was a potential crime scene waiting to frame him. The best part? He still thought Dad was the real culprit. One evening, while I was in the kitchen pretending to mind my own business, I overheard him whispering to Mom, "I swear Dad has some kind of problem. He doesn't aim right." And my mom, bless her tired soul, just looked at him like he had confessed to witnessing a ghost. "Your father, at his age, missing the toilet, why would he suddenly start doing that?" she asked, genuinely confused. And my brother, this absolute legend of delusion, said, "I don't know, but everyone thinks it's me, and it's not." I had to walk away before I burst out laughing. Then came the night he snapped. I was in my room, chilling, when he barged in like someone fleeing from danger. "Why does everyone think I'm the one peeing on the seat? Why?" he yelled, pacing like a man having an existential crisis. I blinked at him like a confused therapist. "Maybe because you were literally the one doing it for years?" I said calmly. He stared at me like I had slapped him with a fish. No. Listen, those times weren't me either. I swear on my life, half the time I don't even sit on the toilet in the morning. I don't. It's not. He started stuttering like a broken robot. I leaned back, crossed my arms, and gave the performance of a lifetime. "Well, somebody is doing it," I said, all serious. "And since Dad and I don't do it, and Mom definitely doesn't do it, the math only leaves you." Watching the frustration bubble inside him was like watching a pot about to boil over. But what if just listen? What if Dad sits down and then, "Drips," he said, genuinely trying to create a new conspiracy theory. I almost choked. "What kind of physics is happening inside your imagination?" I asked. But oh no, he wasn't done. He then started Googling Why did Dad's pee weird? Like the internet would save him. When that yielded nothing supportive, he tried. Maybe it's a plumbing issue. A plumbing issue. A plumbing issue. Yes, because the toilet is installing its own piss every morning. Perhaps the toilet is haunted. Perhaps there's a ghost with bladder problems. Anything except admitting responsibility. And, honestly, the longer I watched him spiral, the funnier it got. Because the beauty of revenge isn't the moment it happens, it's the long-term psychological chaos it leaves behind. Eventually, word spread within the house that my brother had become extremely passionate about bathroom cleanliness. Mom was proud. Dad was impressed. They thought he had matured. He even started giving mini hygiene lectures. Imagine this man, who caused biological warfare every morning, for years, now lecturing my father, "Dad, you really need to lift the seat if you're going to." I had to leave the room before I exploded. His transformation was dramatic, extreme cleanliness, hypervigilance, bathroom anxiety, toilet trauma. It was everything I wanted and more. But the story doesn't end there. Of course not. Because karma has a sense of humor. One night, around 11 p.m., I heard him scream. Not a terrified scream. More like the scream of someone who has discovered their entire identity was a lie. I rushed to the hallway, and he was standing there pointing into the bathroom like he had witnessed a murder. "Look!" he yelled. On the toilet seat was water, plain water droplets. No yellow, no smell, very obviously just water. But his brain, his trauma, his paranoia, it all fused into one meltdown. "I didn't do it," he yelled at the universe. Dad came out of his room like, "Why is everyone awake?" And my brother started explaining himself like he was under interrogation. "I didn't pee! I swear! Check! Smell it! It's not I didn't! It's water! I haven't even peed yet today!" Dad just stood there blinking, exhausted from life. "Why are you like this?" he finally asked him. And my brother, this dramatic, overworked bathroom soldier, yelled, "Because everyone thinks I'm the one who misses the toilet." Dad sighed so deeply, I think it added 10 years to his life. After Dad left, my brother just collapsed against the wall and whispered, "I'm going insane." And, honestly, good, because that meant my mission was successful. Slowly, eventually, he calmed down. The paranoia faded. But the bathroom habits? Oh, those stayed. He became the cleanest, most accurate, most careful bathroom user in the entire family. I don't think a single drop of anything has touched that seat since. To this day, he wipes, checks, double checks, and sometimes even lifts the toilet into the light like he's inspecting diamonds. And me? I never confessed. I never will. Some stories live best as legends. Some secrets are too powerful to share. And sometimes, justice comes not from truth, but from psychological warfare executed perfectly. My brother still doesn't know. My dad still doesn't know. My mum probably suspects something but chooses peace. And me? I walk into a spotless bathroom every morning like a victorious general surveying the land I fought for. No piss, no puddles, no stains. Just silence, cleanliness, and the sweet victory of a mission long completed. The bathroom vigilante retires, undefeated,